Greetings, Scouts, Scouters, parents, and guardians. My name is Joshua Wellington. I'm a physician, the father of Scouts, and an Eagle Scout. I'm spearheading an effort to improve the medication protocol for campouts and scouting events. The overall goal in improving the medication protocol is to ensure the safe, responsible, and secure procurement, documentation, storage, dispensing, and verification back to parents and guardians of medications that are taken on campouts and scouting events. Procedures for life-saving medications such as EpiPens and inhalers will not change. Scouts may continue to carry these and be responsible for them on an individual basis. This video is intended to further explain the process of this medication protocol, and the process is as follows. Medication doses will be prepared prior to the campout by the parents or guardians using manila envelopes and labels that are provided during troop weekly meetings, or potentially through other arrangements with your scoutmaster, medical officer, or for that designated scouting event. There's 6 possible dosing times for any given campout: Friday at bedtime, Saturday breakfast, Saturday lunch, Saturday dinner, Saturday bedtime, and Sunday breakfast. A single envelope should be used to contain medicine or medicines for each given dosing time. Each envelope will have a label that will need to be filled out by the parent or guardian prior to the campout with the following information: the day on which the medication should be administered, either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, the time at which it should be administered, breakfast, lunch, dinner, or bedtime, the scout's name, any special instructions, the number of pills within the envelope, the parent's or guardian's name, parent's or guardian's phone number, and a signature. These envelopes will then be opened and be administered by the adult medical officer during the campout at the prescribed time. So let's give a couple examples. Let's say a scout takes a medication every night at bedtime. They're going to need 2 envelopes, one for Friday night, 1 tablet, and a second envelope for Saturday at bedtime. Let's give another example. Let's say a scout takes medicine every morning, where they require 2 tablets every morning and 1 medication every night at bedtime. This is going to require 4 envelopes. Friday night, that scout's going to need 1 pill. Saturday morning, 2 tablets. Saturday night at bedtime, 1 tablet. And then Sunday at breakfast, 2 tablets. Let's give a third example, a little bit more complicated. Let's say that a scout takes 3 medications every morning, 2 medications at lunch, and 4 medications at bedtime. This is going to require 5 envelopes. Friday, bedtime, that scout's going to be taking 4 pills. Saturday morning, at breakfast, the scout's going to be taking 3 tablets. Saturday lunch, they're going to be taking 2 tablets. Saturday bedtime, they'll be taking 4 tablets. And then Sunday morning for breakfast, that scout's going to be taking 3 tablets. Now, if a scout requires a medication that does not fit into an envelope, such as an inhaler or an elixir, that's okay. What we'll do is then take that medication and put it into a sealed plastic bag with an empty envelope that details the appropriate dosing information. So for an example, with an inhaler, please detail how many puffs would be required, and for an elixir, the volume that would be required. If an elixir is needed, please give a dosing cup within that plastic bag, or sterile syringes, and please include the number of syringes for the number of doses that would be required. Any as-needed medications may also be placed into envelope or envelopes, and under special instructions, specify the conditions or circumstances under which that medication would need to be administered. Now, if a scout requires an additive to take or to swallow a medication, such as pudding or applesauce or perhaps even yogurt, that's perfectly fine. But the family must provide that additive, and individual containers will be required for each dosing period to maintain safe and sanitary dosing conditions. So for example, if the scout takes 4 separate dosing periods, we would need 4 separate containers. A medication list form will also be available electronically on the troop website or on that scouting activity website. This must be completed by each parent or guardian detailing the medications taken, the doses, and the times at which they're administered. This also includes any as-needed medications. The medication list form then, along with the medication envelopes, will all be placed into a gallon bag, clearly listed with that scout's name in Sharpie on the front. These baggies will then be handed in at the time of drop-off for the camp out to the medical officer. Once these are given to the medical officer, they will be kept in a secure, locked container. All medications kept in that secure lockbox will be there throughout the campout's duration. The medications will then be administered at the designated time by the medical officer, along with an adult assistant who will dispense the appropriate medication envelopes to each scout and initial on a medication reconciliation form that will then ensure double verification that the medications were received appropriately. This process may also be used for longer scouting trips such as summer camp and potentially high adventures. Any further questions may be directed to your scoutmaster or medical officer. I thank you for your attention.